Hello everyone, so a short video today. Now, I will be speaking at the PM72 event that is being organized by Jexo. So, they sent me this nice mug, and I will definitely use it to drink tea, coffee, maybe beer. And I also received these stickers today. So, thank you very much, Jexo and Biro, for sending these goodies to me. Now, I will be talking about using Atlassian tools for digital transformation or business transformation. And in this particular session, I will be sharing my experiences of uh, of using Atlassian tools like Jira, Confluence, and of course few other apps on how to plan the work that needs to be done or that needs to be tracked for the next couple of years. So yes, when we talk about digital transformation, so first of all, digital transformation, or I should say, business transformation, is all about uh, implementing new processes and bringing new tools to improve the efficiency or productivity. Just to give you some examples, maybe you are a bank and you want to maybe implement new accounting software, or maybe you want to implement or roll out a new system for your customers. And of course, when you talk about these big changes, you cannot really do them instantly. You have to, of course, plan these things over the period of time. And of course, when we talk about Jira is a wonderful tool for doing issue tracking. In Jira, of course, you can create projects and you can plan the work. But when it comes to uh, doing planning that will span across multiple quarters, usually few years, you need to make sure that you're doing things the right way. And and when we talk about these transformations, when we talk about these business transformations, it is not just about a tool. I mean, of course, Jira is a great tool, and of course, there are similar tools that are there in the market. People are using those tools, but you have to make sure that you are aligned. There is some kind of leadership involved, and basically you have to make sure from the very beginning that whatever tool that you're using, of course I'll be talking about Jira and I'll be sharing my experiences using Jira and other Atlassian tools. But more than the tool, uh, it is more about the responsibility or taking the ownership. Someone has to drive this. Someone has to be in charge. And because people rely on a tool like Jira, you have to make sure that you don't really mess it up, because Jira, although is a great tool and you can do a lot of customizations, but sometimes doing simple things the right way makes more sense. Now, in this particular session, I will be sharing how you can structure your projects or different levels. Of course, if you are guessing about hierarchies, yes, I'm talking about hierarchies. And when we talk about planning for the next couple of years, you can't just create a story or an epic in your projects. You have to basically go a couple of levels above it. For example, if you are right now looking at, I mean, of course, we are when we talk about hierarchies in Jira, you can do that using advanced roadmaps, and advanced roadmaps can definitely play a major role here because it is a wonderful tool for managing your different levels. So you can start with your initiatives or maybe capabilities, and then initiatives, and then epics, and then stories, and then subtasks. But at the same time, you need to ensure that you also are able to plan and monitor and track the progress at different levels. So in this particular talk, and by the way, I'm in a way right now talking about it, but in this particular talk, I'll structure my thoughts and I'll basically present what I experienced doing these transformations where I was involved in taking care of tools like Jira, and I will be sharing my experiences. I think I'm qualified because fortunately I got the chance, the opportunity to work with big companies, big organizations uh, who tried. using tools like Jira to change the way they work, to change the way they monitor and track the progress. Because it is not just about telling your teams, okay, you have to start using Jira. You have to basically work with people at different levels. For example, if I'm talking to someone who is a developer, then they are usually fine using a tool like Jira because they are already uh, technical. They know how Jira works, and they are quite comfortable updating their stories in Jira, which they do. Even if they don't do it, we can actually make it a bit more easier for them to make sure that they are using all those standard workflow triggers, or they are using smart commits. For me, based on my experience working with developers or people who are managing their own Scrum based projects, it is not really a problem as long as they are updating or they are keeping things up to date in Jira. The problem is when you are dealing with stakeholders, when you're dealing with people who are responsible for high level requirements. They don't really care about what is happening at lower level, and you have to make sure that when you have these different hierarchies in Jira, first of all, the hierarchy should be there, should be used. And second thing is that you have to find a way to roll up those things at above levels. It could be as simple as when someone is updating their stories. Of course, these stories are part of a sprint. Sprints are also, uh, in a way, will give you an idea about those epics. For example, one epic can take more than one sprint, usually more than one sprint to finish. And rolling up the progress, rolling up, let us say, or aggregating the status updates is, although not massively difficult, because there are ways to automate these things, there are ways to roll up these things at above levels, but at the same time you have to make sure that you keep things flexible. Automation is not really the solution for each and everything. It is more about ensuring that people are able to use the tool uh, with some, of course, enforcement, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you keep some room for flexibility, because when we make a plan, in most cases, plan will never really go as per the plan. I mean, things will always change, things will always deviate. But the important thing is to make sure that when you're using a tool like Jira, you're able to figure out what is changing. For example, at the Epic level, maybe if you are a release manager, you don't really care about things that are probably happening at the development or at a developer level. You may just want to know about what is blocking a release, what is going to stop this release from getting deployed. And for doing that, you need to ensure that there are dependencies in Jira. You need to ensure that you're able to track and pinpoint and figure out these things quite easily. So in this particular session, I will be talking about how to do these things in Jira using advanced roadmaps, using tools like Script for Jira, Structure, and one of my favorite app for reporting, EasyBI, and a few other things. So please sign up for this event. I believe if you go to Jexo website or just search for PM72 uh, event, and then of course you will be able to find the agenda. And I believe this event is free. It will be streamed live on Jexo's YouTube channel, and I'll be there. I'll try to uh, be there when this session is happening. Of course, it's a long session, it's a long event, but I'll definitely be there when my talk is going to be uh, streamed. And and that is it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. So let me also pause. So this would be the thumbnail of this video. All right, bye bye.